Hello, hi there, I'm Bella and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about how to be the greatest version of yourself. I think the first thing to talk about before I kind of go through some steps in how to be the greatest version of yourself is to kind of be authentic, know yourself, love yourself. Quite often we spend so much time trying to conform to society, please other people, listen to the voices that society or other people in terms of criticism and expectation. And so we slot in. And we are scared to be authentic, we are scared to be bold, to raise our vibration for the fear that we'll be judged. And so then the cycle continues. So important when you want to be and need to be the greatest version of yourself, that you are unashamedly yourself, no matter what. When you do that and you give yourself self-love and you live in the presence, you can manifest anything that you want. You can be the greatest version of yourself. And I think you'll find as you look through your life that you have had times in your life when you've been the greatest version, and then life has got in the way, or any thoughts or any critics or other people that stared you off because you thought, no, I'm going to consider other people. The fact that you're watching this video now tells me everything that you have been telling yourself for a long, long time, that you want to be the greatest version of yourself. So let's do it. Let's be the greatest version, no matter what. Time to be bold. It's time for growth, wisdom, and strength. First process, which I've talked about many times before, which is about tuning your vibration and raising your vibration to one that soars joy and abundance. And it starts very much with how you think about things and what you believe about things, but most importantly, what you believe about yourself. If you believe that you cannot be any more than what you are, or that it's a struggle, or you worry it may not work out, so what's the point? Or maybe you will do it anyway, but you'll worry anyway, then it will be more of a struggle. Not to say that you won't achieve it, but the road, let's say, won't be as straightforward as perhaps you'd like it to be. So it's so important that you spend time attuning your vibration, whether this is through meditation, for being in the present, for grounding, whatever works for you. Once you can do that, things flow quickly. If you are fearful all the time of intimacy and you tell yourself all the time, I'm never going to find intimacy, it never goes right for me, and you repeatedly tell that message, then you will attract the very vibration that you don't want. You will attract people who are scared of intimacy and therefore fulfilling a self-prophecy. Very similarly, if you are gay, for instance, and you are fearful that you're going to be judged and criticised, and that's all the thoughts and fears that you have, then you will attract people who are criticism, condemning, which is not going to help you. It's not going to help you to become the greatest version of yourself. You must be authentic all the time. This alone will bring you abundancy. And as people who know me very well, manifestation is the tool to help you to get there quickly, smoothly, and with joy. For me also, we are so distracted with life. We're distracted by our phones, we're distracted by work, we're distracted by dramas, we're distracted by people, and we don't spend enough time just being, just living with ourselves and doing wonderful things with ourselves. And sometimes you might think, well, if I distract myself by playing around with my phone or I'm playing a game or something, then actually aren't I being with myself? No, you're distracting yourself from life. You're distracting yourself from worries. You're not living in your space, in your moment, and attuning your vibration. Perhaps you might want to change it up. Go for a walk, meditate, do something that is distracting, let's say, in a different way, but it serves you. So again, that you can attune your vibration, be grateful, and to bring abundance. So here is my steps to becoming the greatest version of yourself. So listen up, take notes, and start that work today. Number 1. So, I've already kind of touched on this already. Be your version, not somebody else's version, not what you expect other people to think. Be your version. The great example I've got for you is a client very recently came to me and said, I'm the baby of the family and my entire family put me down, tell me I would be nothing, always laugh, and I feel so unmotivated. I love my family, but I feel there's an inner voice that's saying, in order to become the greatest version of myself, I need to leave them, even if it's for a short while, so that I can find myself, so that I'm not having that inner voice. To me, the fact that she got to that place, as hard as that decision was, meant that she had followed the right path and she was on the right path. Sometimes we have to remove those people that do not serve us, so don't be afraid. Number 2, stop. Did you get that? Stop this negative self-talk. That's your ego trying to protect you, trying to conform with society. You have to learn to change it at a cognitive level. Sometimes that can be quite hard when we've told ourselves not to trust ourselves because it might be weird or other people will criticize us, and so we just perpetuate it. This is why living in the present and self-love is so important. You need to change those messages. And very easily you can do that by every day searching for 3 things that you're grateful for, but in particular what it is about you that you're grateful, that is so special. The more that you attune your vibration to gratitude and self-love, the quicker the greatest version of you will appear. Number 3, just like you can't criticize yourself, stop criticizing and judging others. In a way, the human brain is kind of conditioned to always kind of look for faults in other people because then it makes us look good. Or we think we're being helpful sometimes when we are criticizing other people. No. In order to become the greatest version of yourself, you cannot be holding others back from becoming the greatest version of themselves, no matter what. The flow might not feel right, but trust me, when you offer support, encouragement and guidance to others, you are in turn giving the very thing that you need in your soul. Hi, number 4. It's really important to not fear failure. Sometimes we think that we're going to fail our driving test, or we're not going to have a successful marriage, or we're going to fail to get that job. When you tell yourself again those repetitive messages over and over again, guess what happens? It doesn't happen, or it becomes harder. Sure, you might pass that driving test, but instead of passing the first time, it took you about 10. Again, do not fear things, because life wants you to have abundance. What you resist persists in a way. When you let go and do not fear, then things flow to you so much easier, again helping you to become the best version of yourself. Number 5, don't fear being successful. Oh my God, that is the one thing that holds people back the most of all, because society, particularly because, let's say, the larger majority have struggles, don't have enough money, whereas, let's say, there's a small percentage who are perceived to be elite, perceived to get it all, and somehow that being wrong. Do not fear success, do not fear the judgment of others or the jealousies of others, because that is their problem. They too need to learn to be the greatest version of themselves. If you want to be a millionaire, or you want to have success in anything, do not fear that success. Because again, what you fear persists, and you'll never truly reach that. Hence why your thoughts are so important, and you need to vibrationally attune your manifesting techniques in order to prosper. And again, become the greatest version for yourself and others around you. Number 6. Gosh, stop people pleasing, please. We want to be kind, and that's great. So we want to be charitable, and that's great. And we want to be grateful to people around us. But if you are constantly people pleasing other people, like too much service, too much giving of your light to other people, and not putting enough into yourself, then you'll be off balance. Your vibration, let's say, will be out of tune, because you're just giving all your energy and all your light to other people. In fact, other people's manifestations, particularly of what they expect of you. Give some of that back. Make sure you're giving at least 50% of that back, but ideally 100%. And then you will see how you impact your world and your reality around you, and how you see that actually by being yourself you are pleasing others, which is how they want you to be in the first place. So the next one, have you been procrastinating? Are you the world's worst procrastinator? Have you told yourself several times, oh yeah, this time I'm gonna go on that diet, or I'm going to start that project that I've wanted to do all this time, but for some reason, probably that inner critic, probably that fear of success, has kind of held you back. To be the greatest version of yourself, you have to be bold, even if it's scary, even if you think it's going to fail. You just need to bite the bullet and stop procrastinating. You know you want to do it. So make a list today about the when and the how. Just do it, and know that Spirit is there supporting you, again, because they want your joy and abundance and the greatest version of you. I love this step. Accept help from other people. So super important, because albeit this journey in life is all about you and how you create all the different versions of reality, it's important that you let other people help you, because you've got contracts with people. They are here to enable you to have the very experiences that you chose. And again, they're here particularly to help you towards joy and abundance. When you attune yourself in a very different way to become the greatest version of yourself, then you'll find that those people who haven't been serving you and those that do serve you to help you on your path will be attracted to you and will want to help you, just as you will also want to help others to become the greatest version of themselves too. It's a mutual agreement that is a happy one. Don't forget to also help others to become the greatest version of themselves, because in a way you are helping yourself too. My last step, and I could go on for ages about many different steps, and if you want to find out more, or you want some help to become the greatest version of yourself, then just check out my website, www.secretpsychic.co.uk, or you can join my Facebook community, Bella, the Secret Psychic, for tips and hints and free downloads on how to become the greatest version of yourself. But my last tip to become the greatest version of yourself is always listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, to move yourself towards vibrations that feel happy, that feel joyous, and that are not straining, that are not sadness. When you do that, you can never not be the greatest version of yourself. But most important, laugh. Laugh as much as you can. Look for things that make you laugh and make you feel grateful. If you can do that, you'll never go wrong. You'll always invite more laughter and happiness in your life. And really, to be the greatest version of yourself, ultimately, is to love. So do that today. I hope these have been helpful for you today, and I'm very grateful for my community here. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Now go and be the greatest version of yourself. I'd love to hear all about it when you're the success that I know that you can be.